faith, the T, technology. I got to talk about technology because we're living in a generation of technology. So I got a couple of things that I got to share with you before I go. Information overload is what we're experiencing right now. We're going through a lot with, obviously, is anybody here not have a cell phone? You know, it's funny because a few years ago, we would have been talking about technology or computers, and I could ask people like, you know, who in here doesn't have a microwave? And people would be like, of course we have a microwave. You know, who doesn't have a TV? But now, cell phones are the question. Who does not? Can you imagine not having your cell phone? No. Is it hard for you to put your cell phone down? No. Okay. Do some of you look at your phone when nobody has called you all day and you're like, why hasn't nobody called me? What? You looking out the window? Is the world okay? Okay? I need you to understand that we can live without this. Okay? We can. Sometimes we don't think we can, but we are living in an age where we have an overload of technology, of cell phones, iPads, text, instant messages. People want you to respond right away. I'm busy. I tell people all the time. And after a certain time, like, I'm tired. Like, you know, I'll respond if I'm up. If I'm not, like, I'll talk to you tomorrow. It's okay. Okay? Say it again.
I said I'll leave you on red.
I'm on red?
No.
Okay, I missed it. So and when I'm doing things like this, I let people know that sometimes your relationships with other people are more important. It's nothing more crazy than seeing a couple out at dinner and they're both on their phones. Ew, that's so sad. You're sitting right in front of each other. Why are you texting? And I heard about this new things about parents and kids in their home, like texting each other in the house. That's so lazy. That is so lazy. Who is texting in the house? Really? Is your house that big? You couldn't run upstairs? Seriously? Come on now. This is how far we've come. I don't want to get off the couch. I gotta wait till commercial. Really? I want you to think about this, okay? The email accounts, they're on everything. They're on your phone, they're on the computer, obviously, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and all the new stuff that we have going on. How many accounts do you have? How often are you on it? Do you know that there are some people who are getting fired from their jobs because they don't know how to stay off the internet? Do you know that there are, especially with the FBI and a number of other jobs too, they are keeping tabs on you? Okay? So if you're supposed to be on the job at 2:30 and you post something at 2:30 and then somebody don't like you, or the supervisor print it off and be like, you was online at 2:30 and I thought I asked you to do this report and so you told me you were busy. But right here, I printed this out on Facebook. You printed, right? You put this, you posted this, right? This is you. You were supposed to be at work at 2:30. You see where I'm going with this? You're fired. Okay? I need you to understand how serious this is. When I have the FBI come talk to my students, they talk to them about technology because many of them don't understand how important it is and how it can follow you. Some of those pictures, some of those things, that attitude, some of those things you post online about other people or how you carry yourself online and you think you've deleted it. Nothing online is deleted, even if you delete the whole account. And Google now has a contract with the government. Because the government, like, we need them. Because they do well on keeping track of people. I just needed that to soak in. Okay, you with me? Okay. There are pros and cons to the use of technology. Of course, it's all in how you use it. That's what my students say all the time. Okay? But I need to make sure that it's not leaking into every aspect of your life. I need you to understand that there are a time for technology and a time where you need to put it away. In the classroom, I don't have as many problems because I'm me and I keep things active, but many times, even with that, students will be like, well, I gotta return this text. I'm like, no, you don't. I gotta return this call. Not right now. Because you're paying how much for this class? And we only see each other how many times in a week? And you can go text that person after? In college, you're gonna be paying like $600 or more for a class. Why would you waste the time to do that when you can respond? Nothing is that important. And if it is that important, we say, step outside the room and return your phone call. But don't distract your classmates. But the problem is that it becomes like it's so important. Well, I got to respond to this text. I got to respond right now. Do you? No, because most of it's not important. And every time your phone beeps, is it important really? You know it'd be like a Walmart ad. It don't even be important. Then your significant other like, why your phone always beeping? It ain't nothing but an ad. It ain't even a real person. Okay, I'm just saying, all right? Dates, it gets in the way of people dating. Like I said, I've seen people sit their phones on the table. Why? I don't understand. Like, put it away. Why does it have to be? And then they're talking to you like, yeah, and the phone's lighting up. They're like, I know you just not did lie because nothing I said was funny. Nothing I just said was funny. How you gonna look at a text and laugh while we're talking? Okay, I know we're savvy, I know we're smart, but we're not that smart where we can have two conversations at the same time. Okay? And what that does is it makes people feel a certain way. And we all can agree that that's very rude, right? Yes. Okay, now hold on to that because now I'm about to get you back. All right? So when you do it, it's still rude. It's still rude. And remember how it feels when someone does it to you. It may feel like, well, I'm just looking at my phone real quick. It's never real quick. Because I'm telling you about my grandmother, and you looking at your phone, I'm trying to tell you about something in my life, and you like giggling at the text over here. That's not cool, right? So just remember how you would feel if it was somebody else. Separating families, I had this one lady tell me, she had to go home every day and to relax, she goes home and she plays like Candy Crush for like 2 hours. And she was like, and she's talking about her family in another conversation. And I was like, so your family's really important to you? I was like, but you spent 2 hours on Candy Crush? She's like, but that's my downtime. I really need that time. I'm like, so where's your daughter doing her homework at this time? Where is she when you're doing Candy Crush? She's doing her homework. And you're playing Candy Crush. She's doing her homework. You're playing Candy Crush. Can you see how that don't make sense to me? You can do that later, okay? I see all the time technology. People, when you get online, how many of you get online and stay online for a few minutes? Right. Okay? Most of the time when people get online, it leads to other things, right? You got to check your email, then you got to check your Facebook, then you got to check this, and then you look up something, then you reading something else. Next thing you up there for way longer than you expected to be up there. Don't lie to me now, because I know, all right? But internet, it can be contagious. So make sure that you understand how you're using it in your life. That is not taking up, there are literally some people where it's taking up their whole life, all day. They get off work and that's the first thing they do, go play video games or go and play all sorts of whatever is online. That's what they do. What is that keeping you from doing? Enjoying life, living, going outside, writing a book, getting ahead in life. Every day matters. Every moment matters. Do not spend it caught up in technology. A couple other things. The power of distraction. I got to talk about real quick. The basic reading and writing skills. Because as a professor, this is important, okay? And Dr. Shepard probably knows this as well. We begin to see in college that all of this technology is affecting people's reading and writing. Because they're so used to reading stuff online. One, the eyes going bad, okay? Two, okay, their writing skills down, okay? I cannot stand to see the letter U in a paper. You can put it in a text, but you can't put it in a research paper, okay? And hopefully someone has mentioned to you, you can't write the same way you speak. Okay? You maybe can use a little slang, talk to your friends a certain way, but when you go to write, it should be different. It should be professional, right? But do you understand that some people can't have a conversation with you because they're like, well, you're like, oh, they're really cool. Like, I feel like we would be really close because we've been texting and stuff. And then you meet them, you're like, so what's up? You feel like you really know them, but then y'all don't have anything to say to each other. I I hear about this all the time. They're like, I really feel like we have some chemistry. We talk all the time on text. You're not really talking though. And when they actually get face to face, they don't know how to talk to one another. Because they haven't really spoken, because they've been doing all this exchange online where they feel like they can be free to say whatever. But then when they meet, they have at a loss for words. It's the craziest thing. It's important that you still have some good face-to-face interaction with the people, your friends, the people you love, the people you care about, so that you know how to speak. We can't have you going off to college not knowing how to represent yourself well. So sometimes you got to get offline and do a little face-to-face, okay? A little face-to-face is really important. It'll go a long way. I'm not going to go into too much detail about these cyberbullying, but I just will say that it makes people feel like they can be whoever they want to be and say whatever they want to say. Be careful with the people you love and the people maybe that you don't care as much about, you know. Be careful what you feel like you can say, okay? Because sometimes behind the screen and text messages, you're not so nice. You might shoot a sharp text back to someone, but you wouldn't say that to their face. So don't say anything in text message or instant messaging or online that you wouldn't say to my face. Don't be saying all that, and then you see me, be like, hey. No, you just hurt my feelings, and then like, we speaking, I don't understand. Okay? People might not think of that as your traditional cyberbullying, but I do. Okay? Make sure that we don't take it too far where we feel like we can be that bully inside of us and say whatever we want to say. We're even that way sometimes with our parents or with our friends. You know you wouldn't treat that person if you were face to face, you wouldn't say that. But online, you just spit it out. Read what you write before you hit send. Make sure it sounds right. Start doing that now, because there are some people who've gotten fired because of that too. Because you can't see people's facial expressions when you send texts and you do instant messaging and those type of things. So people don't know how you feel. Anybody, don't raise your hand, ever lost a friendship or had a friendship issue because of a text or something somebody misread an email? And you're like, I didn't even mean it like that. But that's not how the person heard it. That's not how they read it, and that's not how you wrote it. Be aware of technology. Boredom, okay? What's exciting? It keeps reaching new limits. When you turn on the TV and you look at the new shows, I don't know if you see it, but as a psychology person, I see it. Everything's reaching new limits. Everybody got to die. Everybody got to be doing the sexual activity. Everybody got to be like doing all this extra stuff. Why do we have to keep taking it to the next level? I want you to be aware of the level that you will allow yourself to go and what you're into. Because we can blame it on the shows. We can say, well, they put it out there. But the truth of the matter is not about just the people who produce the shows. It's about the people who watch the shows. So what is it that you're watching on TV? What is it that you're watching on TV? Are you one of the consumers that's supporting the reality TV? You watching it like this? That's so crazy. I can't believe she did that. Oh my goodness. Wow. All right? Putting it down, but you constantly watching it. And guess what? The dirt we keep on watching is the dirt that they keep on showing. So as you guys go off to do great things in life, be a part of this process where you actually are part of changing our world for the better, okay? Always ask yourself, when you're out buying stuff, you're buying CDs and DVDs and movies or whatever, are you a consumer or are you a producer? When you start creating and doing your own great things, are you just a person who's buying up all the celebrity stuff and all the new fad? Or are you producing new things that's going to change our world? I hope that you will become a producer and not just a consumer, because we got a lot of consumers. I want you to be one of the producers. I'm one of the producers. I want you to produce new stuff. I want you to change the world, be a leader, not just a follower, not just a person who buys that. You can respect somebody else's art. You can support somebody else's art, but always be in a place where you're producing and you're creating new things. Every single one of you have your own unique talent. Why are you laying on the couch watching somebody else on TV? You watching somebody talk about their new Jordans when you could be creating them. You watching somebody talk about how they just started a new business. Why aren't you working on yours? When you get to that place when you're ready to become a part of this, and you all can do it now even, but be a producer, not just constantly a consumer, okay? The T. Me and my partner over here, Reverend Sylvia Murphy, I've taught this in my class, and she has mentioned it as well. The National Security Agency's NSA Utah Data Center, which opened back in May 2013, just some information for you and something for you to look up. Any of you, when you think of the letters or the number 666, what comes to mind? Nothing good, okay? But there is a 666 surveillance system on its way, okay? I need you to be aware of what's going on around you, okay? I already talked about how Google has now joined with the government. We have this coming, okay? I need you to do some reading. I need you to understand how technology is affecting you. The lesson behind that, okay? Because there are some people that will want you to be distracted. Because when you're distracted, what happens? You're off track. You can't be opening businesses. You can't be writing books. You can't be starting your own nonprofit. You can't be becoming a lawyer, a doctor, or a veterinarian, or whatever you want to be, because you're distracted. I'm over here studying. You on the couch. I'm over here finishing up, about to graduate. You riding your bike down the street. Not car, bike, okay? You on Facebook all day, wasting time, when you should be over here doing something valuable. Time is so important. Use your time wisely. Do not spend it all in front of the TV, okay? Not saying you shouldn't have some downtime, but if you're spending more time in front of the TV, the computer, and your phone than you are in producing something or doing something for your life, every day you should wake up and say, what did I do today that's going to help me move forward? And if you say nothing, you better make sure you got a few more minutes, okay? A few more minutes in the day and do something useful. Don't waste your time, okay? Repeat after me. I will take an active role in my life and choices. Help others and do my part to strengthen my family, my friends, and my community. I'm going to roll through this really quickly, but the H is for hope, and this is what I want to leave you guys with, just to tell you that without hope, literally, we cannot live. When I'm diagnosing people with depression, the one thing that we look for in suicidal folks is the lack of hope. When you think of hope, that means, what do I have to live for? What's left? Okay? I want you to know without hope that we cannot live. I want you to live on purpose and with passion. Your career is just a part of your purpose. Your purpose, true purpose, is to help someone else. Okay? I want you to do everything that you do with passion. Not because somebody asked you to, but just because it's who you are. I need you to live on purpose. Every day should be for a reason. With passion, every day. It's not going to be easy, but with every choice that you make, I want you to make it a purposeful decision and choice. Be determined and self-motivated. Sometimes you're not going to have people to pat you on the back. Sometimes there's not going to be anybody around to say, good job. Sometimes nobody to say, you're smart. Sometimes there's not going to be anybody at your game, at your PTA meeting. Sometimes nobody's going to be there. But I need you on those days when you're feeling low to turn around and pat yourself on the back and say, I'm doing all right. And keep on moving. Every once in a while, you're going to have to remind yourself when no one believes in you, even you. Because earlier I said sometimes you're going to have to get out of your way, right? Yes. You're going to have to get out of your way. So even when you don't believe in you, I hope that you remember, I want you to understand, don't give up. Don't give up. No matter what the situation is, cry, roll on the floor, get back up, but don't give up. I need you to understand that you have to have something on the inside. If you don't know what that is by now, okay, I'm going to have to tell you, faith. I need you to have something on the inside, okay? When times get tough, because they will. I can't tell you everything that's going to happen in your life. I can't tell you everything that you're going to have to come up against, but life is not going to be easy. It's knocked me down more times than I can remember. But every time I get back up, I need you to find your fight. I need you to understand life's going to do that every now and again. I need you to have something on the inside, because like myself, who came from this very small town, I tell people raised in a room in a house because my mom didn't let me out, okay? Something telling me to run on told me that I was smart enough to be a doctor. when some people said I wasn't, and that I shouldn't, and that this is what I should do. Telling me don't worry about my finances, when there was some other people saying, you don't have enough money, we don't have enough money, I don't know how you're gonna get to college. I said, I'm going to college. But there was something on the inside saying, I will provide, write that book, start that business, work on that TV show. I got greater things ahead. Something on the inside. I need you to have something on the inside that's pushing you when things get tough. I want you to say, look at the person next to you. You're in a little group, okay? Out loud to that person, dream big. Dream big. You can do it. You can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. You are created to be great. You are created to be great. You are a leader. You are a leader. You are amazing. You are amazing. And wonderfully made. And wonderfully made. I have faith. I have faith. How about you? How about you? God bless you all. I wish you all the success in life, love, and your career. Thank you so much for being on It's Life Changing. It's now time for our community resources. I'm so excited today. I have two more special guests, Mr. Randy Betts, Vice President of Workforce Development, and also Ms. Elaine Beal, who is the Pharmacy Tech Program Director and Instructor. Welcome to the show, Mr. Betts and Ms. Beal.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
So I want to start with Mr. Randy Betts to tell us a little bit about the awesome workforce programs. I don't think a lot of people know this is a regional workforce development center.
It is, definitely, and a lot of times people come up to me in the community and say, what y'all do there? And the answer is very simple. We help people get jobs, yes, or for those who are in the workforce, we help them do their jobs better. That's wonderful. Our core mission.
Wonderful.
And under that, you'll see a lot of open enrollment programs that we have. People are familiar with our fast track welding program.
Yes, very popular.
Many people in the shipyard out of that program. Mm-hmm. A new program we have is a certified production technician program, okay, preparing people to enter advanced manufacturing machine operator positions.
And our area is growing in those companies and those roles.
And thank goodness it is too.
And you're here to serve.
Absolutely. We're also very active in the warehouse and distribution arena. We do fork, clamp, and reach truck training at Amatis in Suffolk. So that's a very popular program, as well as a logistics curriculum too, to meet the needs of that is awesome. That area. So those are some of the open enrollment programs we have. We also have some customized training opportunities where we go out and specifically work with nonprofits, businesses, industries, government agencies to provide customized training specifically geared for their needs.
That is wonderful.
Yeah, it's well received. We do that here at the Workforce Center. We also do it on site at clients' places too. So
I love that.
Couple ways we do. We also have community education classes. You may need a course in photography or karate. We do that. And underneath that banner, we also have the Kids College. This year we've expanded to Smithfield. We also have a connection in Suffolk, but we do most of it here. We've got, under Terry Zerflu's leadership, approximately, I'm going to guess, 50 different courses.
That's awesome.
Probably 110 sessions serving between 200 and 300 kids. It goes for 8 weeks in the summer, and then Terry then flips to the Encore program. That helps people who are age 50 or above with lifetime interests in whatever.
I want to move over here to one of your programs you mentioned was Pharmacy Tech Program. So Miss Elaine Beal, who's the director of the program and also one of the amazing instructors who goes over and beyond for her students. Study time, textbooks, whatever they need, she's there for them. Tell us a little bit about the Pharmacy Tech Program.
Well, it was incubated, as he mentioned, in the Workforce Development Center, which was a wonderful experience for me.
Yes.
I've just recently been moved to the main college under the Allied Health Department.
Congratulations.
So that was kind of an exciting move. We have a wonderful simulated lab that I can use that can simulate either a hospital pharmacy or a retail pharmacy.
Nice.
We've got some wonderful new equipment. We have an IV hood where you make sterile products. We have a refrigerator for refrigerated medications, a mock countertop, lots of different medications, a unit dosing program, which is fun.
Yes, and important.
And important, yes. And a lot of new things to try out with our lab portion this year, so I'm very excited about that.
Tell us a little bit about the academic side of the program as far as how many credit hours or how long the program is.
The program is 25 credit hours.
Okay.
We decided that we would include some basic classes like English composition and public speaking, so that along with the technological pharmacy information, that they also have communication skills, which makes it important when they go out and actually participate in interviews.
Okay, wonderful.
It's 25 credits, which also makes it eligible for financial aid.
Nice.
Which is good.
Yes.
We have basic pharmacy classes, pharmacology, specific calculations classes, medical terminology, and the lab, which I was excited about. And then I also placed them into different work opportunities within the community in their last
Yes.
few months of working to get
that
experience.
practicum internship experience is awesome. It's really important in the field.
It is.
But I can't emphasize enough that the type of person that you are, and I think that really makes a difference because there's a couple of different programs, but some of the students, it's a little scary taking that pharmacology class.
It is.
There's some math pieces that scare people a little bit, but I've seen you in action, and I know, and being a professor, I know how important it is to have the right mentor in a student's life, and so having you to walk them through the process really makes a difference because you take the scary out of it and just leave the content and push them and empower them to study and to do well.
Well, I really appreciate that. It's my goal to take them under my wing and get them through, and we had a very successful year this year. I had
Awesome.
8 students who actually passed their national certification board before they took their final exams for the actual program. So they are nationally
Awesome.
certified. I've got 4 who are already working. One has a wonderful job at UNC
Beautiful.
Healthcare.
Congratulations to you and to you. Tell us a little bit about how people can get in touch with you, if you can give us your contact information.
The best way to contact me is through email, just Beale, B-E-A-L-E, at pdc.edu.
Wonderful.
Or if they can't do that, contact the Nursing and Allied Health Department and they will get a message to me. And I usually respond within a day or 2.
Yes.
Just to answer any questions. I'm happy to talk to people. And
Yes, or meet with them.
Oh yes, of course, of course.
Thank you so much, Ms.
Thank you
Elaine
for
Beale,
having
for
me.
being here.
I
And Mr.
appreciate
Randy
it.
Betts, also could you provide contact information or your office information?
Absolutely. Email address is rbetz,
Okay.
B-E-T-Z, at pdc.edu.
Okay.
And phone number is 757-569-6064.
Okay, thank you so much. Again, Mr.
Thank
Randy
you.
Betts and Ms. Elaine Beale.
Thank you.
Awesome job. And again, a warm thank you and a big thank you to Paul D. Camp Community College and Dr. William Aiken and the Franklin community for your support. God bless you, and thank you so much for watching It's Life Changing with me,